Thing about you.
If people do not want to speak about personal issues or things in their life, they are quite able and willing to just say, I don't want to talk about it. But she just keeps going on and on and on and on. The woman's disgusting.
It certainly was one of those situations when you don't know what both women were thinking, but you kind of like knew that neither wanted to be there, and if they could rip each other apart, I think they would.
Although the evening was ruined for myself, he deserves an 8. He did very, very well, and he was an excellent host.
Tonight, I'm going to give Justin a 5 because it was really quite basic food.
The entertainment's good, but the starter let him down.
So the Rocky Horror theme hasn't made up for some rather rocky food, and Justin's only in second place with 20. It's the final day of the battle for the £1,000 prize, and after a good night's sleep, Margaret has decided to be the bigger person.
If Jo does, put the olive branch out and says, that she was sorry for last night, then I will accept the apology, yes, because it's very good manners to do so.
I think Margaret owes me an apology.
Uh-oh.
Because I have complimented that woman all week, and I've had nothing back. No eye contact, no body language, just nothing.
I think tonight, hopefully, Jo and Margaret are going to try and get along because it's the last night.
I'm going to be nice, I'm going to be polite, but I think we're never, ever going to get together or be friends.
Don't worry, she's not behind you. She's back at home making a start on her first course, a twice-baked salmon and cheese soufflé.
It's risky because if you get it wrong, then there's no second chance.
That's very Margaret, I think. Quite sophisticated.
My friends tease me because I'm very straight-laced. I'm very everything's black and white with me. Very old school, really.
Yeah, keeping it old school. Margaret adds salmon and chives to a basic roux sauce, along with egg yolks, before beating the whites by hand. Yes, you do realise you're meant to add the egg whites into the main mixture, don't you, Margaret?
I do things back to front sometimes. But it works out all right in the end, hopefully.
You'll be lucky.
I think I'm going to go with that.
Hey, there's loads left in there. Egg whitey.
I think I've fallen short by 1.
That's because you didn't use all your mixture, you silly Billy. Margaret whips more egg whites, folds them in back to front again, and bakes. They'll go in the oven a second time just before serving. Next, it's on to her main, beef stroganoff.
I just need to pick the mushrooms out because I don't like mushrooms.
Bad luck, there's quite a lot of them.
With this recipe, it does seem that you've got a huge amount of mushrooms.
Margaret adds paprika, parsley and cream before finishing off the dish with some beef that's been slow cooking for a whole 4 hours. So all that's left to do is dessert, hot chocolate fondant.
It's quite difficult to get the nice gooey centre without overcooking it.
I think Margaret's menu is an impressive menu. Yeah, I think out of all the menus this week, that's probably the best one.
Margaret will bake the puds later, so after a quick change into a classy little evening number, she's good to go.
I'm ready to see Jo. Yesterday was yesterday. No grudges this evening. I'm not going to let it upset me. It's my evening.
In other words, if Jo steps out of line, you'll knock her block off. Here we go. Fight!
Hello.
How are you?
Listen,
You look gorgeous.
can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I couldn't sleep last night, and I've been thinking about you, and I think sleep deprivation, long week. I think we both just were tired, and I love you really.
Thank you very much for your apology. Thank you very much.
Okay.
You look lovely. Do take a seat, Jo,
Yeah,
and I'll
no
get
problems.
you a drink, OK?
Thank you very much.
Yes, let's see how long the truce lasts.
Wow.
So, with the air sort of cleared, Margaret's ready for her next guest, plain, undragged Justin, who appears to only own one sweatshirt.
Hello, darling.
Hello,
how are you?
I'm very well,
Fine, thank you. Justin, nice to
Lovely to see you.
Like it?
That's beautiful.
And finally, the man Margaret has to beat, Nigel.
Hello, bless you. You all right?
You look lovely.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, hit your
Yeah.
Coming up, Justin's had enough.
I passed out today.
The story she's telling is all about her. I just can't be dealing with her tonight at all.
Margaret puts her foot down.
I've nipped it in the bud, cut it short. It's not her evening, it's my evening.
And the winner is revealed. It's the final night in West Lincolnshire, where conservatory saleswoman Margaret Hope is making her bid to win the £1,000 prize as best dinner party host.
I've never drunk so much wine in my life.
And the night has already started well, with an olive branch from Joe to Margaret to restore harmony.
I'm really, really pleased that she's given me an apology, and obviously I'm going to just forget about it now, because it's over and done with, and then start afresh, because this is my evening.
So, with the truce still holding, Margaret kicks off dinner by plating up the starter. Upside down.
Oh, yes.
So just going with it like that, then. Well, on your head be it. Tonight's first course is a twice-baked salmon and cheese souffle. And how nice it is to have a peaceful atmosphere around the table for once.
New to us, isn't it?
Oh, God, yeah.
And we're so lucky that we've all been put together for this competition.
Oh, God, yeah.
You know?
Are we, Margaret?
Yeah.
Are we?
No, we are.
Are we?
Uh-oh, I sense trouble.
Scratch. I've taken aboard your apology, and it's a fresh start for me.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah?
I felt all this week, right, obviously the first night when you're cooking, you don't really get to know everybody, okay? Because we want to get to know everybody. Second night...
Please don't go through the whole week. Reckon it's a good time to get the others' thoughts on the food.
The salmon was okay in it, but I just felt the whole thing tasted a bit like scrambled eggs.
I ate it. It was okay, but it wasn't what I expected.
And I didn't
Anything
know
to
you.
add, Joe?
You know, it was all very overwhelming.
No, she's still rambling on.
Joe started talking once we started eating the starter, and about 5 minutes later she was still talking. She hadn't stopped. The story she's telling is all about her and everything, highly unbelievable things. I just can't be dealing with her tonight at all.
I've gone through periods where I've been completely, you know, to the point where I passed out today.
Oh, God.
I physically... I literally passed out. And like,
Yes,
you
that was
know,
beautiful. I've eaten everything, because that was so nice.
You have, Justin.
I love that.
Guess that's one way to shut Joe up.
I was actually going to eat more. I was trying to explain something.
Yes, but no one wants to listen.
And I've not explained it because Margaret's running away from me.
No. have you finished with your starter now, Joe? Have you had enough, or you've got your knife and fork in the right place?
I have, because I felt...
You finished?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
All right, I'll take it away then. Okay.
I hate being rushed. I really tried once again with Margaret to make things comfortable.
You got a funny way of doing it.
However, whenever I've tried to explain a situation,
I was telling a story.
she always walks away, and she walked away this evening.
I just had to cut her off. I didn't want her to keep going on, so I nipped it in the bud, and we're going to follow the way I want to go for my evening this evening.
Not sure that's enough to shut Joe up for long. On to the main event, beef stroganoff with some very washed-out-looking broccoli, and another chance for Joe to have a dig at Margaret. So much for that truce.
Well,
Margaret, can I ask you a question? You know what I've noticed about you, and I've got a thing about people that never look you in the eyes. And it's like, you never look me in the eyes.
really?
Is that a value of hate? I'm not going into an argument.
Sounds like you're in one already.
I just want to get my personal situation out the way with you. There's been no love, no body language, no whatever towards me. Why? What is it about me you don't like?
Maybe the fact you keep picking fights with her?
Okay, will you stop now?
Yeah, Joe's subject. I thought Joe was out of order again tonight. It's the last night. It's Margaret's night. But she kept bringing things up, which it was embarrassing, to be fair.
I don't need to fall in love with you. Okay. Why you want me to look deep into your eyes, I've got no idea.
No, it's just eye contact, a brief eye contact.
Joe and Margaret are never going to be friends, and I think they've both realised that now. I think Margaret's trying to keep the peace, but I still think Joe is just trying to get a rise out of Margaret every given opportunity.
I don't want the guys to feel uneasy.
Well, I'm not
and
feeling
I
uneasy.
certainly don't want to feel
I'm just
uneasy
asking
myself.
you
So
a
just
general...
respect what I say and carry on with the evening. Thank you very much. We'll move on to some different conversation. Change the subject.
Yeah, good idea. Let's talk food.
This is a fillet steak, you know, this is one of the best parts of a cow. It should be cooked quite quickly and, you know, still with a little bit of give in it. It was very tough.
Unfortunately, it was warm instead of hot, and there wasn't enough beef in it.
Think Joe has a beef of her own?
I would love to know...
Lottery results, meaning of life?
Why this person has got such an issue towards me. Is it because she finds me a frat, like most women do? And I don't know why, because I'm very kind, I'm very honest to women.
I personally think the girl is in love with me. She seems to be obsessed. I've nipped it in the bud, cut it short. It's not her evening, it's my evening.
Having finally put Jo in her place, Margaret reveals tonight's surprise entertainment.
These are my ladies.
Fabulous.
I must admit that the entertainment tonight, I thought was great. It was stunning.
We all joined in as well and had a little bit of a dance and let her hair down, which we all did, and it was great fun. I really enjoyed it.
Might be time to learn a new move, Nige.
She loves me. What?
With her dancers restoring harmony to the group, sort of, Margaret has just one course left in her bid to win the grand. Shame she's decided to completely wreck the chocolate fondants by tipping them into serving glasses.
I'm serving them like this because I think the ramekin looks a bit tacky.
Yeah, but that's how it's meant to... Oh, I give up. Margaret's desserts are chocolate fondants that now look nothing at all like chocolate fondants.
I did want to incorporate a chocolate within the week, and it's great that we didn't sort of cross over in our menus.
When I saw the menu, it was chocolate fondant, I'm thinking, I'm not really sure what it is, but I know it's got runny chocolate in it, I know that, and it didn't have runny chocolate in it.
Oh, you noticed that then? Looks like the girls are ending on a good note after all.
That's love. I'm not going to stay in touch with Margaret. I'm really sorry. To the world, she will not be in contact with me, and I won't be in contact with her.
Or maybe not.
Tonight, Margaret's food was really good, but she made a few mistakes, so on that basis, I'm going to give her a 7.
On the whole, she's done a fabulous job. She's had to put up with a hell of a lot from Jo tonight, which has been difficult.
So Margaret needs a 7 to take the £1,000, but you know who's still left to score.
Tonight, I'm going to give Margaret a...
Hold it there, though, as tonight's host will just leave Margaret to reveal the results.
Right, in 4th place, Jo.
Oh, yeah!
Well done. Yes.
Oh, babe.
2nd place is Justin and Margaret. So the winner is
Jo gave Margaret a 5, putting her joint second with Justin.
I don't think I'll stay in touch with Jo because I think she's probably a little bit two-faced. Maybe that's my opinion of it. But how do you feel about this matter?
the same.
Cheers, Doc.
Cheers, baby.
Well, what do you say? I've won. But to be honest, the money is not important. The experience of what I've done in the last week is 10 times more than that.
I'm really quite gutted that I've come last tonight. Maybe I should cook chicken and chips next time.